Hey, welcome to It's a Better World. I'm your host, Luis Acevedo, and we will be talking about the new precious metals that are coming out. They are not going to be physical, they're digital. It is, which I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with, cryptocurrency. Now, I don't believe every cryptocurrency out there is going to be beneficial. I do think that you can make decent profits off of the multiple altcoins that are out there. Obviously, the big ones like Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum are good money making tools as well. However, I think only a couple of them will have real world utility, and I don't think Bitcoin will be one of them. I think it'll probably be XRP and Ethereum. If you have been paying attention to the financial markets at all and the news, you would have noticed that we are making big changes to our financial infrastructure. Donald Trump has become the de facto Fed, the chairman for the Fed. The Treasury's buying, pumping in money to the Fed, which the then we have another company that's handling it, BlackRock. Um, Incorporated. I think they're like the biggest bank in the world or something. And there are major things happening, such as the U.S. Office of Comptroller. They have a new CEO or COO who was an executive or the chief legal officer for Coinbase. And Coinbase is a app that you can buy cryptocurrencies on. So he moved over from being the chief legal officer for Coinbase to working for the United States government, the specific department that handles like regulations on currencies. And then you also have BlackRock, which is going to be managing the Treasury's funds, investments, and BlackRock has hired executives from Ripple. Now, people are thinking this is going to bring in the it's going to allow the one world currency to develop throughout this. And I don't think initially it's going to. I think initially we're going to see nations nationalize their own digital currency and back it by silver or gold using probably an already existing cryptocurrency, some sort of token, to do cross-border transactions and in national transactions as well. But we'll be seeing that tied to a digital dollar or whatever nation is coming up with it. If you look at China, they're already working on this. They're working on digitalizing the yen and probably going to back it up with gold. So my opinion is we're going to do something similar that's already in the works. If you were paying attention, the initial stimulus plan that came out had language in there saying that they were going to digitalize the dollar, and then it was removed, but there's still language in there that can allow for that to take place, and with the positions being filled by former coin or cryptocurrency executives over to the government or a private company that's assisting the government taking care of its assets, it appears that we're getting closer to that. And it would seem beneficial. I know it's an intimidating thought, especially those of you who believe in God and have read Revelations. Revelation, you're probably thinking this is the end. We're near the end of times, one world currency, one world government. And in my opinion, I think that's far away. We're seeing nationalism rise, which is a beneficial thing. My read of the Bible is God wants countries to remain countries and not come together and form one, because forming one will allow the powers to be to manipulate too many people at once. And we'll see another Tower of Babel. Now, ultimately, we're going to come to some one world government once Jesus Christ returns and all of this is restructured. But till then, anything that is calling for unity globally is not good. It's inevitable, but I don't think that we're near it. I think we're entering in a new age, but it's not the end of ages. It's the end of the normal we used to know, and we're entering in this new financial system, which is going to involve cryptocurrencies and backing them with gold. The United States is going to do this. China is going to do this. Japan's private banks are already incorporating XRP and Ripple through their banking systems. I'm not sure what China's using. There's obviously a lot of ambiguous things with China, being that they don't reveal a whole lot, but neither do we. We're not as open as people like to think we are, as honest as people like to think we are. But be sure to check out my blog. It's loseview.blogspot.com. You can find my article on this. It's titled The New Precious Metal. I go into detail on that just like I do here. So if you would rather read it, check it out there. If you would rather listen to it, awesome. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, pass it on to somebody that you may think will benefit from this. And if you like it, do that too. So, all right, you guys have a good rest of your day, and we will see you. Peace.